DVD video is the distribution format of choice for nearly all video producers. From home video enthusiasts to small event videographers to the largest Hollywood studios, DVD video discs are the most compatible, convenient, and inexpensive physical media around. There is, however, a big difference between producing 10 discs for friends and family and producing 100,000 discs for everyone and their brother. In this segment, we're going to examine DVD video distribution methods and media and how to do it right. This is TechKnow. The DVD video disc is a strictly defined format that describes not only the physical disc, but the data format and structure of that disc as well. As you probably already know, there's a data layer sandwiched in between two polycarbonate plastic discs. The layer reads the data from this disc, playing from the inside to the outside, following a shallow spiral groove in the polycarbonate substrate. It's not entirely unlike a reverse phonograph record. Most Hollywood movies are distributed on dual-layer discs, which means that there are two data layers on the disc in addition to another plastic layer. The laser reads the lower layer again from the inside to the outside, and then reads through the semi-reflective lower data layer to the upper layer, which the laser plays from the outside back to the inside. On some older DVD players, this transition from the lower layer to the upper layer can cause your movie to pause for a moment, usually around the 45-minute to 1 hour mark. The data layer in a DVD disc is in itself quite interesting. The ones and zeros of a digitized Hollywood movie are represented by physical pits and lands, pressed into a molten polycarbonate plastic substrate that is then coated with a very thin reflective layer of aluminum metal. The plastic and metal physical format of these discs is quite robust and likely to last for a very, very long time. When we create DVD video at home, we're actually working with a disc that has a completely different physical data layer. The primary difference is that while the Hollywood discs are pressed, home-burned DVDs are, well, burned. Instead of a metallic data layer with physical pits and lands, a blank recordable DVD has an organic dye layer that is sensitive to a particular and narrow spectrum of 650 nanometer red light. A laser of the right spectrum and power can change the color of the dye to record the ones and zeros. The narrow spectrum bandwidth of the dye sensitivity means that home-burned DVDs can be exposed to household illumination or even left out in the sun without becoming corrupt. Although I would highly recommend that you not test this theory by leaving your DVDs face up on the beach or in the back window of your car. With reasonable, proper care and storage, home-burned DVDs will very likely last a long time, but probably not as long as pressed into plastic Hollywood movies. For small video production shops that typically need to create 10 to 100 DVD video discs per project, duplicating your DVDs using a DVD burner makes great economical sense. Once you hit 50 to 100 discs per project, it's very likely that you'll want to get some kind of multi-burner robot setup, but that is simply a matter of convenience. If you're planning to distribute 250, 500, 1,000 or more DVDs, you're going to want to replicate your discs by having them pressed. Because of the economy of scale, replicated discs are not necessarily more expensive than duplicated discs on a per unit basis. A ballpark figure for a run of 1,000 copies might be $1,000 or $1 per disc, which can include setup, glass mastering, and disc face printing fees. The DVD mastering process requires professional DVD authoring software from companies like Apple, Adobe, Sonic, or Sony, among others. When selecting your software, make sure it can author a DVD master image to the DDP 2.0 format or the newer CMF specification. Traditionally, DVD masters have been transferred, ironically, to DLT or digital linear tape, which means you'd need to buy a DLT tape drive, a SCSI interface card, and some tapes. While this method is probably still valid, DLT is rapidly becoming old technology. Replication houses are now also accepting hard drives in an external enclosure, and in some cases, DVD data discs. The long and short of this very technical discussion is that you need to get this exactly right. I'd strongly recommend shopping around and finding a replication house first and ask them what they need from you and what they recommend. If you can't find anyone at the replication house that can help you at this phase in your project, then you should probably thank them for their time and find someone who does have the time to walk you through this process. Authoring DVD masters for press replication is clearly a professional task that requires more than a quick 7-minute overview, but I hope we've at least pointed you in the right direction for further research, because that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on TechKnow.